Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another Soul of an Artist excavation dig. So this one today I'm really excited about, and I think that you can get a lot out of this dig for sure. This dig today is all about using your own photographs in your collage. So a great way to really get a lot of mileage out of using your own images for collage is to create photo field trips. I love to go on photo field trips, and a little while back I was driving around and I had so much to do. I was getting dinner, thinking about making dinner, all the chores that I had to get done on my day off, and I really wanted a photo shoot, but I didn't have time. So when I pulled out of the store, I was looking at the wall of the store, and it was a stone wall, and so I decided to just cruise on over and park by the wall and take a bunch of pictures of the stone. So these are those images, and what's so great about this is, you know, you can plan stuff out and take a cooler. I like to do that. I like to take a cooler of snacks and drinks and plan out a photo field trip and just let myself have a few hours so I can really get into it and not worry about time and take good shots. But like on this day, you know, sometimes you got to work with what you got, and I got one of the most amazing photo field trips in a matter of 10 minutes. So I want to bring you in and show you these real quick. This is the kind of stuff that's out there. You know, I'm sitting down with a pen and paper and creating my photo field trip list for the season. It's springtime here in Colorado. Everything's really beautiful. Everything is starting to bloom. All the leaves on the trees are sprouting now. And I'm at elevations, so our leaves come in later than in the city because it's colder up here and it's just a bit rougher of a climate for the trees up here, but they're all starting to sprout now. So there's so many different photo field trips you can take. You can do natural. Literally, guys, this was the coolest thing, being able to take these 10 minutes, and I got 60 shots, and out of the 60 shots, 40 of them are usable. You know, you'll get your blurry ones, you'll get your ones with issues, and it's fine, just snap away. And you know what? I have a nice SLR camera, and I love that thing, and I love it for when I'm going for day trips. I always bring it. But your phone, I took all these with my phone. So the phone is such an amazing, mine's a little older, so I don't have the real fancy new phone, but mine works just fine. You know what I mean? Look, here's a little fish in this rock, and then this looks like some kind of an ox or some kind of animal, horse walking towards the fish. There were some amazing little rock images right on this wall. It was such time, 10 minutes very well spent, I must say. So think about all the things you'd like to do. You could go to the botanical gardens, anywhere where there's like a lot of the parks around, you know, the states have a lot of coverings for people to sit and picnic in and have little family events in, and a lot of those are stone pillars with all of these rocks in them, and you can just go to the park and just be on the lookout for stone walls, and you'll find them. They're all around us. It's all really just a matter of looking for something and having an awareness for it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you know, you won't see Corvettes, and then you think about a Corvette, and then for the next 3 weeks, you see Corvettes everywhere. Same thing with our creative process. I really love to expand my mind and make a list and just have all these different places to go. So now here in Colorado, I dealt blackjack for 20 years, and there's a lot of mining, old mining towns around where I live, and a lot of history of gold mining and drunken saloon brawls and all kinds of stuff like that. And there's a lot of rusty corrugated metal out there because of the old mines. You have to be really careful where you go. Okay, look at this. Is this not unreal? This was one of the stones in the wall. This was one stone. I should have taken a picture of the whole thing, and I got in real close on these, so I didn't get full ones. But look at that. So there's so much rust and so much history with the mines and old equipment. Old equipment has been left behind from these days, and old plants even. So there's, I mean, just think about what you want to see and you will be amazed, because it will be everywhere you look. That's how it works for me. Now, are these not the coolest? These are little teeny tiny wallet size prints of these, because I like to use little shots of this on a collage. Like I've been on, so the 100 Days of Collage, I've been doing 8.5 by 5.5 inch paper. So these little ones work great, but you can also, of course, print these bigger. I just wanted to be able to show you a lot of them all at once. So I've been using this 8.5 by 11 inch paper for the 100 Days of Collage, and I can take these and literally get just a few different rock images all in the same collage with really nice sized pieces. So there's that option. Plus, of course, you can always print these bigger, which I've done with a number of these I'd like to go through. And then our project is going to be an 8.5 by 5.5 inch collage. So now these are some images, let me bring you back in, that I took last fall of just dried botanicals by my house. And these photo field trips are, they're a twofer for me, because I hike, I love to hike, and I just take my phone and I stop on my hikes and snag pictures really quick. And these, I got all these last autumn. This one I love. I love all these. I think they're really fun. The dried botanicals that you can find when you're looking for them, they are incredible. So just look around your area, and the beauty of doing this is you can take a photograph of a botanical. It doesn't matter if it's poisonous, doesn't matter any of that stuff. All that is out the window because you're not touching it. You're simply taking a photograph of it. Now, is this not cool? I took a photography class years ago when I got my SLR, and I wanted to learn how to use it. So I took this class, and this was one of the images I took when I was in that class. And I love to shoot macro. That's where your focal point is really sharp. Of course, I'm singing to the choir and the background is blurry. La la la, macro, I love it. So this got shot in macro. All of these have, all of my shots are pretty much macro. Here's another one. This was taken, oh my gosh, a decade ago. I got really lucky. It was early in the morning, and all of the morning dew was melting off, and the light just hit this so perfectly. I feel so lucky to get this shot. And I feel the same way about this one. These are moments where I was just willing to look at the world around me. This is how I live. I look, everywhere I look is art and beauty. And, there's rough stuff too, but I'm telling you, I train myself to look for stuff I want to see, and I see it. It's so fun. It's just so cool. It works. Okay, now these are 5 by 7 inch prints, and I got this last autumn. Sorry about the camera shake. This is one of my favorites that I shot last autumn. This image right here just makes my heart sing. And then here's this one. This little sprig of dried flowers is like dancing in the desert. That's what I think of when I look at this image. This is just something that will bring you hours and hours of joy and so much material to work with on your collages. So these are larger versions of that stuff I showed you earlier. And then here's another shot I took around the same time that I took this one. And here's a larger image of this bee with this beautiful blue flowering thorny plant, really. And here is what I was saying earlier. This thing has thorns all over it, and it's got a bee, so there's danger. So you can stand back and zoom in and hit macro and have the most amazing shot of something, you know, not so safe to touch. Beautiful opportunity to do that. And like I was saying, this was taken around that same time. Now these, I have taken my 8x10" jelly plate and I've brayered out matte medium Liquitex matte medium, and I have top coated all of these and sealed them with matte medium. They are also laser prints, so that's what I'm using for this stuff. And you can use inkjet, but you do want to seal them because the ink will move on you. Here's another one I got last autumn. Now this is kind of curious. This got really scratched up, but it made kind of a cool texture on the lower flower. I don't know if you can see it. The magic of macro. And then just a couple more of these. You guys get the idea. We have a train museum. I want to book a photo field trip to that. And I want to go back up to the mines. And then we've got some really phenomenal cemeteries. I know that's not up everybody's alley, but it's totally up mine. Cemeteries have some of the most beautiful landscaping of anywhere, you know, so it's worth a look. You know, we go in, we have respect, and we get some phenomenal photographs. So I definitely, as I do more photography field trips, I'll be sure to share those with you if you like. And, you know, make sure and make yourself a list and get out there. You can literally do a 10-minute photo field trip. So, okay, back up real quick. I showed you all these. These are from, I went on a tree texture photo field trip that I created for myself a few years ago. And these are some of the images I collected that day on that field trip. And I wanted to add some of this to our collage today. There's some really great texture in here. So I hope you're liking this, and boy, just get out there and give yourself yet another gift of this amazing photo field trip situation. So let's go ahead and hop on to the project. Okay, so here's this fun little collage project, and it came together really quick. I don't give myself a lot of time to think about projects. I just want to make a decision and go for it. So here's the beauty and the magic of what you can come up with if you use your own photographs. I do have glue all over my fingers. Here's the crackle of this aspen tree here, and then all the rock pieces. And I really do love, and I've said this in, I'm not sure which week it was, in the 100 Days of Collage, but I really love to blend straight edges and torn edges together. So yeah, this, you can come up with the most amazing stuff. Now, I wanted to talk real quick about this little chunk of paper back here. This is a piece of kind of vinyl-y wallpaper. And the thing about this vinyl is you want to use archival ink so that it's permanent and it won't rub off on you, because the distress oxides and inks will. This stuff is designed to be cleaned. So it's from an old sample book. So they use the actual samples, and of course wallpaper, they want it cleanable. So that's what you're dealing with using this kind of paper. And I've never had any problems gluing any kind of prints or anything to it, except I have had big problems gluing very slick surfaced paper, like magazine pages or book pages that are really slick. If you're really intent on blending this wallpaper sample paper, kind of vinyl paper, with some of those slicker ones, I would just recommend sanding the slick paper so that you can give it some tooth. But yeah, because I have ran into a little bit of trouble with that. But look at the amazing stuff you can come up with just using your photographs. So get out there, give yourself the gift of some photo field trips, and really just amazing what you can come up with. I've got architecture on my mind, more trees, more rocks, a lot more botanicals because it's springtime now. So yeah, I mean, every season also offers great opportunities for photography field trips too. So keep that in mind. And I'm so glad you stopped by, and hit the like and hit the subscribe, and come on back for a lot more really fun collage and other cool stuff. Have a great day.